Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. So today we're going to talk about RWRs, how they are in War Thunder and how they actually should be in War Thunder. So yeah, we are here in War Thunder. This is live recording. And as you see, the RWR, let me fly towards something. As you see on the left side there, the RWR is a very simple thing in War Thunder. It basically just tells you where kinda the target is coming from. Of course, it has some realistic kinda basically general directions that the target is trying to lock you from or ping you in this example. So for example, we are here in the Beriosa, so it has 2 points on the back of the aircraft and like 6 on the nose. So depending on the aircraft, depending on many things, depending on the sensor, on blind spots of its real-life counterpart, or many things like that, it will have the direction kinda that the target is, right? Some of them even have in the HUD, for example, the Harrier J7 has even in the HUD kind of a situation that it tells you where the target is coming from. They basically just show pings on where there is target. There's basically radio waves emitting, like you see here, and locks as well, which can happen when a target is trying to lock on you. So yeah, remember that. But that's basically it. It's missing the range, it's missing the types of targets, and missing a lot of things. Of course, remember this depends on the aircraft. The MiG-29s, for example, that we are flying over here, it has the SPO-15 Beriosa, which is a very advanced for the time RWR system. The F-14 has a very good RWR system. The Mirage 2000 has a very good RWR system in real life for its times. That would mean that depending on the RWR, it has more or less information. For example, the RWR of a MiG-21 in real life would just have the type of information that we already have in game. So normally just basically direction, ping, and lock. So no missile launch, no general better direction, no range, nor anything like that, right? Or type of target or anything like that. And a MiG-29 would have it. So of course this would depend on the aircraft. Each aircraft would have less or more information. So if Gaijin will actually add this at a certain point, it will have to be tailor-made for any aircraft. So the MiG-29, for example, as I'm going to show in DCS, has the distance, basically the type of target. So if it's an air target, a ground target, or anything like that, the distance of the missile, how many targets are there, and so forth, and a little bit more information. F-15s can even, for example, say the Mirage 2000 as well, can even say what type of aircraft it is, on the sense of what aircraft specifically it is that is trying to ping you or lock you. So for example, a MiG-29 will appear as 29 on the RWR, and so on and so on. So it depends on the aircraft. So this is not a very easy thing to be added, okay, to the game. It really is not. But anyway, let's get into DCS to actually show how it's supposed to be instead of these simple RWR that just shows the direction and the lock. So no missile warning, nothing basically. No distance, no missile distance, no type of target, no type of aircraft, anything like that, okay? No type of threat, not a type of target. But anyway, let's go for DCS. There I can show a little bit more. And here we are in DCS, for example, just to have a quick look, for example, on how the Beriosa is. We have this, actually, this panel in War Thunder, but it doesn't actually light up or anything like that. But look how many information something like the Beriosa has, for example. I will show on the F-15 as well, because I consider the NATO RWRs a little bit easier to understand, and they normally have a little bit of more information. But it doesn't mean that the SPO-15 is bad by any means. It's just that the F-15 is a little bit more user-friendly. But yeah, anyway. So here, for example, we have the 8 basically detections bubbles that you can have. So for example, if a target is pinging you from here, it means that the target is 90 degrees from your left, 90 degrees right, 50 left, 50 right, 30 left and right, and 10 are like right on the nose, right? This means that it's actually, the radar is actually working, the RWR is actually powered up. And with only these, it would be basically, and this is the rear ones, as you see. And with only these, it would be basically the RWR of War Thunder. Just a ping on the RWR, as you see. And if the target locks, it's basically going to sound a different alarm here, and it's basically what War Thunder have. But look how many more information we can take from this. So these big ones are normally the primary target, so that's the target that the aircraft is seeing as the high threat or the highest threat of them all. The smaller, basically circle, basically lights here, it means that secondary targets, so you can have multiple targets coming from multiple directions. For some reason, the EWR that I put it on the map is not actually lighting up, but still, it means that, for example, if he has another target for like 50 degrees to the right, it would be, and it's farther away, for example, than these F-15 that I put it here, it would put a light over here, for example. Here we have if the target is higher than you or lower than you. This example, the target is flying basically the same altitude than you. So another information that you can see. This is the distance kind of circle that we have here. So each of these, depending on the situation, can be 5 or 15 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken, or 1 or 5 kilometers. I don't remember exactly. It's been a long time since I've flown this. So leave it in the comments if you actually know, like, per se, because it depends on the situation. But for example, here it will say the distance that a target is, depending on many factors or even a missile. So the closer, the more light up it is, the closer it is to you. And the missile, even when it's coming, it will start to fill this up, and you'll have the basically the idea on where to actually notch heavily to try to avoid a missile. So not only saying the distance for the target, it's actually saying the distance of a missile, the direction, and also the altitude, the attitude of the target, if it's higher than you or from you, basically, right? So if it's higher than you or lower than you. And also the type of target here, you can see that it's an air target, but it can be a long range, medium range, or short range radar. I think these ones, one of them is AWACS and the other one is EWR, if I'm not mistaken. So you can even say and take a look on what basically what target it is, and if it's an aircraft or it's a ground target or anything like that, right? The distance, the altitude of it, what target it is. So as you see, many more information, much more information than what we have in War Thunder. I will show to you guys how it is light up when you have a missile being fired on you as well. So just the first thing that I wanted to show to you guys, for example, here is the secondary one, as you see. So for example, it's an EWR, and it's saying that it's an EWR over here. So if it's illuminated down here, it's a secondary target, and the bright yellow colors are normally the main target. And as you see here, EWR from the right side, and we have a main aircraft on the left side, 30 degrees. So already have a lot of more information. Let's see if he fires a missile or not. Come on, lock me up, man. He got a fire on me, right? There's a lot of dogs barking on my background. Where are you, man? Let me turn on the radar to help him see me. Already see him on radar. Is he not going to fire? Yeah, there you go. So, as you see how, first of all, the sound changed. The bright, basically red color is showing around the background right there. And also, look at the distance indicator is shorting. Basically, I'm here, and this is the missile coming to me. The more lights he has towards me, the more dangerous the missile is. So as you see, the missile is coming, missile is coming, missile is coming very quickly, as you see. Missile is coming, and hit. I'm dead. So as you see, even the distance for the missile, the distance for the target, the type of target, and many other things. So yeah, pretty cool, right? So let's go for the F15 just to show a little bit on that as well, because it is a little bit different. So here we are. As you see, we have already the RWR pinging there. The sounds are different and you have a little bit more information. So the F15, for example, is identified as an F15. And here we have a surface radar as well. If it has a different type of radar, it will show to you guys. It doesn't have a scale and like a proper distance indicator. So that's one of the Russians that it is a little bit better on the Russians. But at least here you can actually see the designation of the target, which gives you a little bit more of a situational awareness. And also the way that it's displayed, it's a lot more, it's just a lot easier to use. We don't have the F15 game, but the F16 should have a very, very similar RWR to this one. So as you see, so yeah, it's pings, as you see, the little sound and stuff. So yeah, let's show to you guys on an aircraft being shooting at me what it would look like. There's so many dogs barking, man. But as you see over here, of course, let me just turn on the radar, and you will notice that it's a lot different, you know. As you see, it's a lot easier to see. And as I said, it depends on many targets. You have blind spots as well, as you see over here. For example, if I turn and put the belly on the RWR, it will disappear. And then once I put it back, it will appear again. So yeah, I already have a detection on the radar, but I want it to actually kill me to seal you, to show you how it is that it's supposed to be, right? Hopefully it does its thing. So jam, I guess. F15 is on our 12 o'clock. As you see, pretty easy to actually use the RWR. Yeah, as you see, missile launched. As you see, the missile is coming. It shows kind of the missile coming, but it isn't like a full distance indicator, right? It is just showing kind of where the missile is. So yeah, just got shot, and yeah, a different type of RWR, but it has basically the same type of information, right? So they can actually add this to the War Thunder UI, basically having distance, having the type of target, having basically all sorts of things that I showed to you guys. It is not a very easy thing, depends on the aircraft, you will have the systems or not, but it is indeed necessary to be actually realistic for the future of War Thunder. So hopefully they are added, and obviously DCS is a lot more realistic in a sense, but the idea is to actually make War Thunder better, right? It's not to compare to DCS, it's just to have an idea on how it would be like, or how it should be a little bit more. You have to be implemented with the UI that we have in game. It doesn't need to be an SPO15 on the side of the screen, or these are RWR of the F15. It needs to be inside the UI of War Thunder, showing a little bit of the distance, showing a little bit more of the targets, the type of targets, and many other situations like that. And the main thing is the missile launch warning system as well, because come on, we still don't have that, and it's a very, very, very important part of an RWR. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, and I see you guys on the next one. So bye guys.